he also died. Maybe they both got killed in an earthquake. As they sat there, unsure of what to do, they both take a glance at one another just to see how they were doing. Cray still looked like he was tired, and Emilia is still being in a state of shock. Right as they looked at one another, they both got shocked by a horn sound right next to them. It was a car. Maybe this was help. Emilia quickly waved at the driver and hoped that some response would come. Although she did get a response, she was still shocked as the car started to talk.
Well, howdy there, fine gents. Hope you're relaxed and well. I can kind of tell by your expression that you're not, but fear not, I am here to help.
Emilia's eyes were wide open. She takes a glance at what Cray's expression was just to make sure she hadn't lost it. Cray looked tired and sick. Is this some kind of joke?
Joke? Why, sir, since when was politely saying hello a joke? Okay, I know that you may not be used to hearing a talking car, but I assure you I'm friendly. One thing that isn't very friendly, however, is, believe it or not, the city.
The city? What do you mean?
I lived in the city for a long time. What are you on about? Well, you see, kids, you're special. Especially you, Cray. As for you, Emilia, well, I'd say you're special in our ways, but still special. What are you on about? Cray's special because the city wants him. It wants him very badly. And I'm not saying this city wants him in the wanted criminal manner. I mean the city wants him in the desperate manner.
Okay, listen, I don't care what the city wants of me. I only came here for the money.
Yes, of course, but Cray, something you need to understand is that the money was given to you as the bait. The city needs you and will do anything to get you. Listen, I can help you two, but I really need you two to trust me. Why the hell should we trust someone we just met?
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
Why should we trust a talking car? You kids are smart, ain't you? Keeping to yourselves is a good way of surviving, but I am so very sorry to announce that there is only one way to go. And plus, I know you guys are struggling to leave the city. It's like a maze, right? You can't get out? Emilia, you out of all people should know this city pretty well. So you should know that this city's layout isn't correct. It isn't normal. Can't exactly say a talking car is normal too, but you take what you can get.
Emilia just looks down at the ground. She knows the car isn't wrong. She knows there really isn't any other way, and she didn't know what to do. When she looked at Cray, Cray just seemed enraged and upset. Emilia took her hand on Cray's shoulder and told him,
Listen, I don't know what's going on, but what else can we do? Should we do as he says?
You're right, let's get into the car. I don't know about you, but I personally really don't have anything to lose. Well, except for this money.
Let's just stick together from now on, alright? Because I, again, don't know what's happening. Oh, and by the way, Car.
Yes?
Do you have a name? Why, yes I do. My name is Larry Valdis. Pleasure to meet you. Mind if I invite you in?
Right as Larry said that, his doors opened, and Cray and Emilia both took a seat in the car.
Don't worry, I'll drive. Wow, so funny. You're such a charmer, aren't you?
Alright, so Larry, can you please tell me everything that is going on? I don't want to be here any longer than is necessary. Cray comes closer to Emilia so that he can whisper to her. Emilia, I got a lighter on me, just in case anything goes south. Alright. Emilia nods at Cray.
What are you two lovebirds talking about? I'll have you know that I can hear everything. I can hear everything you two say no matter how much you try and whisper it. So don't try and do anything behind my back. Or well, I guess I should say my trunk.
Both Cray and Emilia continue to sit in silence as the car drives through the city. They keep driving down an empty road. It's so quiet, which puts Emilia on edge. However, Cray's much more relaxed because of it.
It's never this quiet in the city. Oh god, what the hell is going on? Don't worry, princess, I assure you this is normal. The reason why the city is quiet is because all of the residents who live here are at the city center. They're all debating how they're gonna get Cray. We'll talk about it, Cray, when we're back at Leo's place. I believe anyways, it'll be a lot clearer once we're there. I'm guessing we're gonna meet Leo then. Why didn't you tell us sooner? Like I said, when we're at his place, which is exactly where I'm taking you, Speaking of the devil.
Right as Larry said that, he parked in between two large buildings. The building's lights were off, indicating that nobody was home, or rather that nobody was living there. The place looked mostly abandoned, but there was one door which looked rather hidden, but was still there. Cray and Emilia went inside and got introduced to a place which looked like a junk pile. It was all well placed, yet still so very filthy. It was a big room with a kitchen, bed, toilet, you name it. It was a room which had everything a house needed. But Cray and Emilia could hear that somebody was moving stuff around in the building, but couldn't tell from where exactly. The place also had a few similarities to a laboratory.
I'm coming,
said the man under the kitchen table. As soon as he said that, he went right back up from the table.
Hey, fear not, it's only me. Well, of course you haven't heard of me. My name's Leo. Or maybe the talking car told you that already.
Yes, the car told us that already. My name's Emilia.
I'm Cray.
Pleasure to meet the both of you. Of course, I wasn't expecting two of you.
Cray looks at Leo with an expression of annoyance after hearing that. Emilia looks at Leo in a more calm manner.
But never mind. I'm still glad to have the both of you here nonetheless. However, Emilia, I do have something to tell you soonish, if that's alright with you. And Cray, I have a lot to tell you, but before we talk about the deep stuff, I suppose I can offer you two some beverages. I'm pretty sure you're both tired. Course, tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay, I guess, sure. Is there any way out of here, though, before we start with, anything?
I am afraid there is no way out of here. And, well...
Leo looks at the floor with a worrisome look.
You see, the city doesn't really want you to leave.
Right as Leo said that, Larry the car drives inside. Apparently, there's a convenient garage door for Larry to come into the house with.
Howdy do, kids. Don't mind me, I'm just parking in here.
Right as Larry parks at the garage, Cray decides to take a seat at the kitchen table, keeping his money close to him.
You know, being obsessed with money isn't healthy. Take me, for example. I'm poor, but you don't see me complaining.
Can we please talk about what's going on here? Look, I'm sorry I have no patience, but I just really need someone to explain to me what's going on.
Yes, Emilia, you will know soon enough. Why don't you take a seat and I'll give you two some hot chocolate.
I'm not interested in your hot chocolate. I'm interested in how to get out of here.
Yes, well, I guess not then. Alright, I suppose I'll tell you now then. This city, it's alive, and it's after you, Cray. Basically, oh god, how do I explain this? Like, okay, so you know how in our world we need the sun to survive, right? Well, I guess the best way to think of it is that you are the sun. Basically, Cray, you're a sun. Kind of. Once every 100 years or so, a person is born whom is very creative. And I mean, very creative.
Well, I'm not so creative, so why the hell am I here?
Well, yes, you are. Cray, I've seen your paintings. They're bizarre looking, but super creative stuff though, I have to admit.
Wait, so your friend is the same guy who gave me this money?
No, Cray, that man who bought your painting isn't even real. No offense, Cray, but nobody would ever buy your paintings.
So, I'm not creative, like I said.
Cray, listen to me. You are one of a kind. The last victim who also got taken by the city, her name was Grace. The funny thing is that her paintings are an awful lot similar to yours.
Well, what happened to her then?
She got taken by the city and imprisoned. After many decades of being imprisoned, she lost her mind. I've tried to save her, but the city is just too strong. Nowadays, she serves the city. Poor lady. She's been manipulated by the city, I tell you. That is why I'm here now, so that I can stop the same from happening to you, Cray.
So, wait, then why am I here? That should mean I can leave, right?
Emilia. Oh, Emilia. You see, if the city finds you... Oh god, I can't even say it.
Okay. If the city finds you, then it will turn you into a building. Or a car, if you're lucky.
This is unfortunately true. I was once a person. I was a police officer who worked in Benmara City. Once, someone tried to steal from the bank and, well, let's just say I didn't survive the bullets heading my way. But apparently, death wasn't an option for Benmara. I woke up in this metal body. I woke up in this world of sentient buildings.
Oh god. What do you mean, worlds? Are we in a different world?
Wasn't it obvious enough, Pumpkin?
Don't call me that! Now it's obvious. Thanks. Oh my fucking god.
Poor girl. But perhaps not all hope is lost. Cray looks at Leo with an expecting look.
You see, Cray, you could save yourself and her if you help me out. You've probably heard of this story many times, right? Where a hero gets quests from one guy and has to fill them out. Cray, I can promise you a safe return to your own world, but you have to do as I say. Trust me when I say that I only want what is best for both you and Emilia.
I'm listening.
I know how to kill Benmara. I know the ingredients. Trust me, I've been here for a very long time.
Cray just continues to look at Leo.
Well, if you're that curious, I'm 190 years old.
Cray looks at Leo with an expression of shock.
And I still look pretty young, huh? Well, don't worry, I'm not alone. That Grace I was talking about is 145 years old. There's yet another reason you should trust me. You wouldn't want to live here for that long, huh?
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
So, what do we need to do?
You see, I require the both of you to head towards a building named the Empire Fragile Building. Larry will take you there. You see, that building contains something that I need. However, I myself cannot go in there. So I will be inside Larry while you two head inside the building. And also, this is probably obvious by now, but that building is alive. Fear not, however, it should be asleep.
How the hell are we supposed to get inside a living thing?
Oh, don't worry, Grace lives there. But she should be asleep by now, so you most likely have nothing to fear. Just don't wake them.
Are you kidding me? Just don't wake them. We're basically going on a suicide mission.
Has no one ever told you that in order to get anywhere in life, you need to take risks? Anyways, back to the plan. I need you two to find this.
Leo hands over a fantastically drawn image of the item that Cray and Emilia needs. The item was so well drawn that Cray and Emilia both thought it was real at first. The item seemed to be a small mirror, small enough that you could hold it with one hand, and it had a red metal outline. However, this mirror wasn't reflecting what was in front of it. Rather, it revealed a necklace with a purple stone on it. And it also revealed a ring. And last but not least, Cray's hat. All of these items seemed to be sitting somewhere random in the room which the mirror resided in, so it would always be different. Why is my hat in this painting? Why is my hat in this painting, Leo? That's not a bloody coincidence.
I overheard a few buildings talking about the way you look.
Do you actually think we're that gullible?
I swear I'm telling the truth. And even if I was lying, then who would you turn to? It's not like you have any other alternative. I mean, look at what the city wants to do with the both of you. Come on now, guys. I'm your friend.
You know what? Fine. Just fine. Or what do you think, Cray?
I think we should do as Leo says.
Thank you, Cray.
Alright, good. So, should we get going?
Yeah.
And please don't try and make too much sound in the car, because the citizens might hear you.
Okay.